Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going over 5 reasons why I hate my Jeep Grand Cherokee 4xe. Let's listen to this engine first. Alright, reason number 1 has to do with the powertrain, believe it or not. In my previous video here, reasons why I love this Grand Cherokee 4xe, that was my number 1 reason. But that is also my number 1 reason why I hate this powertrain. In the mornings when it is cold, when you start this vehicle up, the 4-cylinder roars to life, and it does sound like a true, unrefined 4-cylinder engine, even when you are driving the vehicle spiritedly like I am right now. It is just a very unrefined sounding engine, something that you wouldn't expect in the Grand Cherokee 4xe, especially if you are someone who pays around $70,000 for this model, full price when it was brand new. The engine just does not sound great. I think in the future, if they were to put one of the Hurricane inline 6 engines in this vehicle, it would be much better and it would create more power, which this doesn't need any more power, but it would be a more refined experience under the hood. Reason number 2, and this is another huge reason for me, it is 8 below 0 right now. If I try to put this into electric mode, and I will give it a little bit of credit here, the Volt does not go into pure electric mode either when it is 7 below, but I cannot put this into electric mode. The only time it seems to want to go into electric mode is when I drive it in fair weather. So when the weather is 32 degrees-ish or above, this vehicle will run on pure electric mode. If it is not in form mode, which is fuel and oil recovery mode. So in my months of ownership so far, I have, we're going to put in the sport list this engine one more time, but I have experienced that this, it gets up good though. Woo! Oh man, it is fun to drive, I will give it that. But in my months of experience here, I haven't really had a chance to drive this on pure electric mode too much, because it either seems to be in that fuel recovery mode, or it is just purely too cold. And we live in northern Wisconsin where weather does get cold very often. So I'm curious to see how this is going to be moving forward when spring hits and summer hits, and hopefully we can drive this more on electric mode rather than gas mode right now, because in gas mode we aren't seeing the greatest fuel economy. Right now we're averaging around 17 to 18 miles per gallon. More of that is driving in the city than it is on these county back roads here, but still not great considering this is a hybrid. That's not much better than a Grand Cherokee equipped with a 5.7 liter Hemi V8. So I'm curious to see how they're going to fix this issue in the future, but reason number 2, I can't drive this in electric mode as often as I want to. That's a huge knock on this vehicle. Reason number 3 has to be the Uconnect 5 system. I've had various and numerous Uconnect 5 systems before, and they've always worked great. My Ram 1500, my 2019, that system worked flawlessly. It wasn't even laggy. And the Durango RT Tone Go that we have, that system works very well as well. And it is a little laggy, but it never leaves you stranded or anything like that. It always works. It always works. This system here, I've been trying to listen to music, and I can't get any of the Sirius XM radio stations here to display any information. That's been going on now basically for months. So it is laggy when you press on different widgets here, especially when the car starts up. It does take a little bit to get from widget to widget if you haven't opened it up already. Hence I just pressed on vehicle, and now it's a few second delay. So it is not great. But the Uconnect 5 system in this vehicle, for whatever reason, just doesn't seem as refined as it does in other Chrysler products, which I've been in a lot of different Chrysler products with the Uconnect 5, and for some reason, it just doesn't seem as quick in this vehicle, which is quite strange, honestly. I don't see why this vehicle has lag, because this Uconnect 5 system has been out for quite some time now, since 2019 really, in their Ram truck configuration, and they put it in hundreds of thousands, if not millions of vehicles now, so there should be no reason why this vehicle has a laggy Uconnect system in it. Reason number 4 would be the price tag when new. Now, we bought this vehicle for $33,500. It was only a year old. It only had 3,500 miles on it and change. So we got an absolute steal on this, because the depreciation of these vehicles is huge. These vehicles depreciate faster than electric vehicles, which works great for us because we basically bought a brand new vehicle. But paying $68,000 before tax, title, and license for a vehicle like this is absurd. It's absurd to pay that much for this type of vehicle. That's a lot of money in today's world, and when you can't get a V8 for that type of money, it is crazy. And just comparing this model to the Overland model and the ICE variant, you're looking at almost a $20,000, $15,000 to $20,000 difference, which is absolutely wild. So for a lot of people, if you're buying this new, it just doesn't make sense to buy this new over the ICE powered variant when you're not getting the greatest of MPGs, and you're not able to put it into electric mode either. So with that being said, we get to our 5th and final reason. And trust me, this was very difficult to find the 5th reason out of all of the reasons here. My 5th reason is, and it's kind of a plus and a minus, the driving dynamics of the vehicle. And I'm not talking about engine or anything like that. I'm talking about the actual suspension. It could be a little bit stiffer, I think, in my opinion. I've driven these vehicles with the air suspension before, and it is great. It's a blast to drive, but then you're dealing with the reliability of the air suspension. The suspension could be a little bit stiffer. You do get body roll in this vehicle, but granted, this is a Jeep Grand Cherokee. It's not a Jeep Grand Cherokee SRT like what I also have. So you're expected to get some of that body roll and negative driving experience when you're driving this spiritedly, because again, at the end of the day, this is a family hauler and an off-road vehicle. So you shouldn't expect to get the sort of driving dynamics that you would out of a sportier SUV. But based off the speed of this vehicle, being around a 5-second 0 to 60 time, you would kind of expect that this would be just a little bit better driving dynamics than what it is on the street right now. So with that being said, guys, 4 out of the 5 of those were very legit reasons why I don't like this Grand Cherokee 4xE. And thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next episode. Like and subscribe.